By now, you've probably heard that Vicki, our friend and colleague, is retiring in just a few weeks. News Channel 5's Chris Davis takes a look at Vicki's incredible legacy through the eyes of some of the people who worked with her for decades.
If you've ever gotten the chance to meet Vicki Yates, you know.
Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you.
She gives the warmest greetings.
Hello, how are you?
But after 33 years at the anchor desk, it may be a lot harder for her to say goodbye.
Now I'm tearing up already.
Luckily for her, there are a few familiar News Channel 5 faces
I'm here to tell you, my friends, a face is easy to replace.
that have walked that path before.
It's been fun.
Which is why we invited her longtime co-anchor Chris Clark,
It's going to be great fun. This is a great chapter.
former chief meteorologist Ron Howes,
Well, think about it as a beginning and not an ending. That's the first thing.
and former sports director Hope Hines to give a little advice.
We will hope, how do you like retirement? What are you doing? And I say, whatever I want to.
I found a new family here at News Channel 5, especially at the anchor desk.
They say Vicki impressed them, starting with her very first newscast in 1990.
She was smooth all day.
You know, Vicki has a bad day,
Oh, you could never tell
but you could never tell it. You could never tell it. You know, no matter what happened, it was the same Vicki.
And while they remain in awe of her on-air presence,
She never gets rattled, and the flow of information continues.
it's the memories off camera that stand out most.
And she and I were the king and queen of the Moon Pie Festival in Bell Buckle, Tennessee.
Oh, my gosh.
And by the time we finished that day, she could have been elected mayor of Bell Buckle. She had them all charmed.
Like Chris and Vicki's longtime Valentine's Day tradition.
First of all, you got to understand, Chris is pretty cheap. It starts right there. Am I wrong or right?
You're not wrong. And I was walking through Walgreens a couple of days after Valentine's, and I said, you know, this Valentine's, this candy's by then 75% off. So I bought about 5 or 6 boxes and gave them to the ladies in the newsroom, and that just stuck. And some people came and went, but Vicki was always there, so it just got down to Vicki.
Even as Vicki prepares to step away, her former co-anchors say the mark she's left is indelible.
She was so well liked and received in the community. You know, there was nobody out there that didn't like Vicki Yates, and not to this day, and 10 years after she's retired, they'll still love her. That's just the kind of impression and the lasting impression she makes on everybody, I think. We're trying to...
Whether it's interacting with colleagues,
Good night, everybody.
Have a wonderful evening.
She's one of those people that you can spend 2 minutes talking to or 15 minutes. Either way, you feel much better about yourself and your day for having had that little conversation with her.
or the viewers that adore her.
Vicki made herself a citizen of Nashville. She made it clear she was going to raise her children here. She was going to be here and be part of the community, and that's going to be her lasting impression.
It's certain that the same warm Vicki that has said hello to us for all these years
Good evening, I'm Vicki Yates.
will bring the same sweetness
Have a wonderful evening.
to her goodbye.
She definitely made us a whole lot better than what we normally were, I can promise you that.
Well, folks, if you've seen anything in the last 24 hours, you've seen the weather. Now drive carefully, and good night.
Still laughing.
It was sometimes you just couldn't stop laughing.
That's a sign of family, though.
It
A lot of
was.
fun.
We had our own little inside jokes and a lot of outside jokes as well. So
Chris Davis, great job.
he did just such a great job. And like I said, I love all of them.
You know what I learned though? All these years I thought her name was Vicki, not Lisa.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 nights. You need to look at Chris's story last night if you missed it, and that would make sense.
Like I
but-
said, I'll answer to anything. It's not a problem.